Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to show you the most hated players in FIFA 20 in 2020. But before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe and turn on notifications and help me get to 2k subs before the end of January. So let's get started. So in net, it's going to have to be Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen is the most overpowered keeper in the game. He's by far the best keeper in the game and the keeper that basically everyone uses, and he's such an annoying keeper to come against because he always makes world-class saves. I don't know how he does it, but he does. So he starts off in net, and the first centre back, it's gonna have to be Virgil van Dijk, right? Like, he's almost impossible to walk past. He's like impossible to get past. Like, he's always there when you're trying to like do a 1-2. He's always intercepting the ball. He's just too good, and every time I come up against him, I always like lose most of my games when I come up against him because he's that good. So that's the first centre back. And the second centre back, there was like, I was thinking whether to go for Varane, PK or Lenglet, but I am going to go for Lenglet because I think more people use Lenglet because it's cheaper. So I am going to go Lenglet, and this card is underrated in my opinion. Like, it's such a good card. You could also say Eder Militao, but I say Lenglet out of all of them because he's probably the most overpowered compared to them. And this card is such a good card as well. Like, his stats, like his defending is quite really good at the beginning, but like he's average, but he's so good in game. So that's the second centre back. So at left back, I wonder who it's gonna be. It's gonna have to be Mendy, right? Everyone has this card. Everyone has his Footmas card now, but that's even more overpowered. This card is overpowered and before that, and this card's still worth about, let's see how much it's worth. It just tells you how overpowered this card is. If it still worth about 15k or 80 rated, that just tells you that this card is overpowered. Like, he's got 5-star weak foot, which makes him overpowered. He feels much taller in game than 5'11". I think that's what makes him so good, and he's just overpowered. And everyone hates playing against him. And the right back, and this is probably the most hated card in my opinion because his stats are not even like that great. Like, look at his defending, 75, and even his passing is terrible. He's weak physically. His defensive stats are not even that great, but this card is so overpowered and the most annoying card to get past. You can't even get past him. That's how good he is. So that's the right back. Now the two centre mids, I bet probably most of you can guess which one of them is. It has to be Sissoko. Oh my god. Don't even know what to say about this card. Like, he's got 64 agility, 58 balance, but his physical and his pace is unbelievable in this game. Like, this card can get into your team. Even pros use him like next to like Kante instead of like someone like Pogba or Icon, because that's how good this card is, and it's such an annoying card to play against. So that's the next pick. Let's go for the next one, and there was either a choice of De Jong or Kante, but I am going to go for Kante, even though this card is not as hated. It's more like it's overpowered, but I think it is hated if you come against him because he's so small and he's just always there. Like, every time you run past someone, he's just running back so quick because he's so small. Like, look at his dribbling stats are really good for the centre mid, and obviously he's good defensively and physically. So this card is the next centre mid. So right mid, this card is still used to this day, and this is the most annoying card as well. Most hated card definitely, because this card still can get into people's teams even though it's not even that good. Like, look, his shooting's terrible, his pass is okay, his dribbling is not even that great, and look at him physically terrible, but it's such a good card. Like, he's got 5-star, so annoying to play against. So that's the pick. And then left mid, yep, has to be Neymar. Everyone has Neymar and Mbappe in the team right now, so of course this is going to be the most annoying card. Look at this though, such a great card though. This is more of like just the fact that it's a great card, but when you come against him, it's so hard to tackle him, and it's just getting me angry thinking about playing against him. That's how good he is. And then the two strikers, the first striker, like I said just before, Mbappe, of course. Most hated card. All these cards are so annoying just looking at them, because everyone has these players in the team. Like, people will actually have this team in there. This could actually be a team. like if you can actually play a team, if you play this team, you probably win most of your matches. So the next one is Mbappe though. He has 5-star skills, annoying to play against. And then the next one, this card was overpowered from the beginning of the game, and it's Ben Yedder. Yep, Ben Yedder has to be in there. It's probably gonna say he's in form, right? But it wants to watch. But yeah, this is the next card. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, 5-7. Everyone uses him in weekend league, and I hate this card because somehow he just always plays good against me. And look at that stats are really good. Obviously, some players you could say obviously PK, Varane, who else can say De Gea as well. You could say Dion, and strikers. Who else is strikers actually? Not many other strikers are hated. Like all these are the haters. So yeah, that's my hated team. So let me know in the comments who would you put in your starting 11 as your hated team.